What is up guys, SummerMG here. Today I got a game called StarCraft 2 Visual Novel. Pretty much, this game is actually called SC2VN for short. Pretty much a StarCraft 2 Visual Novel. So let's get started. New. You select the main gender of your main character. Alright. Oh, it will impact how he or she will appear. I'm obviously gonna choose male, because that's my type of style. Alright, let's get started. Sorry, you might hear background noise, because it's actually pretty windy today. So yeah. The stern feeling that every StarCraft player gets before they lose. Most try to ignore at first, as if the inevitable is just another challenge to fight through. Like their past mistakes don't count if they try a little bit harder. It's a natural thing to believe otherwise contradicts the hours we spend practicing. Still, every player must eventually come to terms with a defeat. Well, no shit, man. Everyone always has to lose. They can't always win. They have to queue up for another game, or maybe they flew across the world for nothing. I haven't met many players that can take loss in stride. It's painful, it's permanent, it's proof that your best isn't always enough. Long after I remain at the PC with a blank look in my eye, you hear like the background, like they're in like an internet cafe or something. Click, shoot from my finger as I leap from page to page. A tournament update mentions my defeat in passing, but no one acknowledges it. When my frustration fades, man, the background is just like, it won't let me concentrate, because you can hear keyboards and stuff. I'm left only with guilt. I should have practiced harder. It's alright, man, it's alright. You don't always have to win, but if you know, like, he flew, like, all over the world, like the international championships, and he lost, yeah, that may hurt your feelings real bad. I consider sticking around to watch the final few games, but the knot in my stomach persuades me to avoid any more stress. People are nice enough to a foreigner with a heart to attempt a Star League qualifier, but without a win, I'm just one more in a long line of losers. Okay, so pretty much lost the finals and he's pretty sad and depressed. Doesn't know what to do. Hundreds spend the best years chasing the esports dream. Oh look, StarCraft. Every game of StarCraft begins the same. Gather resources. Gather resources. Train a worker. Construct a building. Rally an army, defend a base, contest a map. Turn something small into something more. The game is punishing, it's stressful, it's draining, it builds you up and tears you down. It's like motivating, man. It's not for everyone, it might not even be for me. How many more chances am I gonna get? Was that my last? Oh, the feeling's back. Huh, why am I still trying? Why can't I quit? There's something called addiction. You know what I'm saying? My fist rattles the disc and sends a plastic bottle onto the floor. With my chin in the hand, I throw myself into the match replay. Yep. What everyone does every time they lose a game, they have to. I force down a measured breathe, I have no idea which one it is. Losing a throwaway ladder, game shouldn't bother a player of my rank. Scout denial, and my poor control of final fight gave my opponent the edge. In retrospect, my mistakes seem obvious. I toyed with the conclusion that he was hacking before realizing that I'm just making excuses. No, I should have been able to win that one. Despite the Grandmaster badge next to my handle, I find myself too anxious to queue up for another game. The loss at the Victory Star League qualifier earlier today isn't helping my mindset. I comb my tiny room with a look restless and unmotivated. Sitting alone in the dark room for extended periods of time is incredibly depressing. A fact I learned only when it became a significant part of my life. Only one thing's certain, I've got to get out of here. So he's gonna take a breather, just chill out. After double checking that my apartment's door is locked, I hustle down the stairs onto the sidewalk, light grows with each step towards the shining skyline. Catchy pop beats and posters of flawless models dominate street after street. Foot traffic's thick and impatient. Seoul Tower stands tall from a distant hilltop. But even the lingering excitement of life in a faraway place can't dredge me out of hopelessness. Sometimes, especially on days like this, I regret pursuing esports. What is up, guys? I'm back. So I had to do something, so let's get started reading. There was a couple of lines that was skipped because I was clicking and reading, and yeah. So let's get started reading again. You pick up a game on your own, you learn, you improve, you work. If you're good enough, you can become a god. Sure, man, sure. And if you fail, you stay a nobody. I'm not building towards a long-term career. I'm friendless in a foreign country. I'm respected by no one. If I don't qualify for VSL next month, I'll be back home at square one. I'll be nothing. But hey, at least I play video games all day. What about your parents? Don't they care? Don't you need a job? I don't know, man. Maybe he has a YouTube account like me. Who knows? Are you completely sure you have forgotten anything? Do you have enough money for the cab when you land? Are you sure that the apartment got your money? Is your cell phone charged? You bought an extra charger, alright? Mom, I'm fine, please. Nothing bad is going to happen. Oh, so those are his parents. They're going to go see him off at the airport. Remember, there won't be anyone to do your laundry, cook your meals, or wake you up when you oversleep. Budget well, and you have 2 months. I won't hear anything about a loan for the flight home. It takes effort to keep a frown from my face. I'm certain that my parents came to see me off only so that they could say they did. I've already sunk the entirety of my savings into this. Now, isn't the time for second thoughts? My dad gestures towards the security line and taps his watch twice. Go on. The sooner this is over with, the better. Oh, come on. Go, come back in one piece. Hun. Alright. Just gotta leave right now. Nothing comes when I think of how to respond, so I only nod. Without another word, my parents walk away. Who knows, probably the parents might be disappointed that, he's into games. And he doesn't have a job, no nothing. He has to make his own mistakes. I tighten my fist, pace quickening, even though I want to prove everyone who's doubted me wrong. I'm tired of losing for no one's sake but my own. With the sun long set, overhead signs wash the streets in colour. I've wandered so far that a walk back to my apartment would take almost a half hour. My reunion drive to practice my craft drives my search for a place to play. It's not long before I see the words I'm looking for. PC Bang. The amount of foot traffic suggests it's a pretty popular internet cafe. A sign on the front window reads Golden Zone Fire. But I only visited them a few times. PC Bangs are one of the things that interested me about Korea. When I first got into StarCraft, duking it out for champion status of a neighborhood cafe is old school to cool. Like the type of western where a sheriff defends his turf against upstarts and outlaws. It's an ideal that's a little bit dated these days. Most StarCraft 2 competition takes either online or in broadcast studios. I'll admit, I've daydreamed of being born a decade earlier and playing the original esport Brood War during its rise alongside the PC bang. I bet a time or save AI online. Whoa, that's mad internet cafe. We don't have internet cafes like these back in where I am. Yeah, bro, like you get your own personal space and your own gaming chair. And you can hear typing. It's like mechanical keyboards. I trundle up the stairs and pass through the doorway. Immediately struck by the size of a place, there has to be at least 80 computers. 80 in this one place. I'm very surprised. The crowd is too large for an ordinary evening. There are more people than there are PCs even. I indulge my curiosity on the first person I see, a dark-haired guy observing a match of SC2 from behind someone's shoulder. Excuse me, is there an event going on? This guy turns and looks at me like I'm speaking something other than Korean. After a brief silence, he responds, "Are you new or something? Have you not heard of All Out Attack?" "Yeah, I'm new. I was just asking." He hums and glances away for a moment. Though he doesn't apologize, he does fill me in. Golden Zonefire hosts a StarCraft 2 tournament called All Out Attack once a month. It's one of the few places you'll find a decent player outside of an online cup or SAR league. Used to be a Brood War tournament actually. I see, thanks man. Who are you here to cheer for? He only stares in response. The guy walks away with a shake of his head, mumbling something about foreigners. The back of his shirt sports the Korean Pro Gamer Association logo. Oh, he must be a Brood War fan. None of the StarCraft terms under KPGA's regulations compete in anything except the original game, Brood War. Understandably, they don't want to fracture a scene they've worked hard to build up. And that's lucky for those of us trying to keep from drowning in a game that's already deep with talent. KPGA players train for unbelievable hours. Well, I came here to practice and now I'm presented with an excellent chance to do so if that guy said is true. A few stairs follow me as I walk forward to my name on the sign-up list. I must look like a tourist in over my head. I'm definitely not the first foreigner to go abroad for esports, but most come to South Korea only once they have results or fame. After paying for an hour's worth of PC time at the front desk, I settle for a station and that has a mouse and keyboard similar to my setup back home. A few minutes later, I join my opponent's lobby and just in time for the start off of the first round. His name isn't familiar, so I check his profile to see he's ranked midway through Master League. Not bad for a casual player. He seems eager enough by the rates he's spamming GoGo in the pre-game chat. The game gets underway once I confirm that I'm ready. Workers, minerals, Vespene gas, and command center. I start out every match with only these resources at my disposal. It's my job to turn them into something that I can defeat my opponent. Generally, that means I need to build structures capable of training units for my army. My build order determines how end of the matchup plays out. This game, I've opted for a quick Hellion attack. Not only will it offer me a chance to deal some damage to my opponent, but it will also allow me to scout. It seems I don't have much to worry about. My opponent went for a greedy build over, focusing entirely on his economy instead of his army. Unfortunately for him, the match isn't going to last long for that risk to pay off. My Hellions make a short work of his single queen and handful of Zerglings. With his front line out of the way, I'm free to rush into his mineral line and roast his workers, denying him the resources he needs to muster an army. Facing down a marine reinforcement, it's not long before my Zerg opponent types out of 2 letters GG easy. As soon as the victory screen displays, anxiety floods out of my body. StarCraft is intense. It isn't an exaggeration to say that there's never a moment to relax until the match is over. Bristling with confidence, I get up to check on my next opponent, and it's Asil. I draw my lips in a line and let my shoulders slouch. Well, that's the end of the tournament run. Acil is the one of South Korea's strongest Terran players. He's well known for his old school cred, balanced playstyle, and friendly banter. He lost in a round of 8 of last season's VSL, a respectable finish, if not a high playing one. From what I remember, Acil was damn good Broad War player, but he was out of his prime when the sequel hit last year, so it makes sense that he switched. While I'm considering what sort of rush I could do to a still win, I feel a tap on my shoulder and turn. So you are a foreigner. Anyways guys, that's pretty much it for today. I'll probably make the next episode in a day or so. I'm actually enjoying this. It's actually a fun storyline. But if you want more, like the video, and remember to subscribe to become a homie. Peace out guys. Also check this game on Steam. Came out like a couple weeks ago, but it came out on Steam today. So yeah, peace out.